I am JDWolf, and welcome to XCOM Enemy Within. This will be Series 3 for me of playing XCOM. The first one, Enemy Within, of course, because it just came out. We're going to go impossible difficulty, of course, like we always do. That is the most fun. Very challenging. There are two tutorials now, the regular and the meld tutorial. We don't get to play either one, which is fine. Now, this drew my attention. Reduced beginner voiceover. Dr. Valen is less obnoxious. So we're going to have less voiceover guidance. I'm not going to turn on Iron Man to avoid any glitches, but I'm also not going to reload. Operation Progeny is a new operation like Slingshot that has been added, so that's very cool. So we're going to go with that, of course. Now, there are some second wave options to start off. Damage Roulette, no, we're not going to take that this time. New Economy, no. Not created equal, yes. Random starting stats. Hidden Potential, yes, the stats increase randomly. Training Roulette, I heard about that. Don't like that. I don't get to choose what they train up in. So I don't like that. Save Scum, I'm not going to be reloading to do that at all. Aiming angles, awesome. This is from Sid Meier. Units receive an aim bonus the closer they are to being flanked. So if the guy is just barely in cover, you have a really increased chance to hit him. Almost as good as if you were flanking him. So that's awesome. Thank you, Sid Meier, for that suggestion. Love that. We have a new intro. I am going to cut out the middle of this cinematic. I'm going to keep the end of it because I think it's really cool, and I want you guys to see it. This is an awesome quote.
Hello, Commander. In light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
All right, cue the applause. That is awesome. Very exciting. North America looks like it's got the same air and space. So I'm going to check out each continent, and it seems that everything is the same as it was. Nothing new there. I do want to pick up South America this time and I was wondering about the 30%, but I think that is what it used to be. So we're going to go with North America for the money to rush satellites.
We're going to be putting down in Mexico for this mission. We've picked up a local broadcast indicating alien activity within a major metropolitan area. We should get down there and eliminate any hostiles.
All right, our first mission is Operation Lone Pyre. I don't know if you noticed that, but it was definitely a new map. What I've heard is that the game is skewed to where all the beginning missions are new maps, and the original maps come later, and they get sprinkled in later, which is very, very cool. I like that. And here are our rookies for our first mission.
Strike one. This is Central. You are free to engage all hostile contacts in the AO. Don't take any chances.
All right, so in the upper right-hand corner, we have our two meld indicators. First thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to look and see what everybody's offense is. We have a 70, 75 for Chatterjee, 70 for Romanos, and Misha has 70 also. So they're all 70, 75, so that's pretty good. I do see the first canister of meld over there. So meld is like alloy, like Allurium. It's going to be the new thing, but we have to collect it on the field, and it's going to expire This one, as you can see, it has a 6. It's going to expire in 6 turns. Now, I don't know at this point whether when it gets to 1, if I'm going to get a 0 turn, like I do with the bomb mission. The answer is no, you don't. I find out later, but for right now, I don't know that. So we're moving in. I am going to go with a more aggressive repositioning strategy to pick up these mailed canisters and just overall be a little bit more aggressive than I have been. And I know that has a good chance of getting people killed, getting people injured. But I will be adapting to new strategies for this to maximize the chance of us getting our meld.
Roger that.
Plus, we're going to have mechs. We're going to have assaults, and we might have more assaults. And I may go more in that direction, the assault direction, than the sniper direction as I've gone in the past. With the snipers, you have 1 or 2 guys scouting up front. Everybody's a sniper in the back, and it makes it harder to get those mailed canisters. But
headed there now.
I don't know if you run and gun, if you can pick up the canister. I thought it was the same as like on the train when you get up next to it. Even though he dashed, you can reactivate him and have him activate the canister, but it looks like they removed that feature from the PC version, and I didn't know that, so we'll discover that later also. Spoiler alert. And it looks like a lot of the bugs in the original game they went ahead and fixed. Why they didn't release a patch for the original XCOM and just fixed it on Enemy Within and waited for Enemy Within to come out, I don't know. It would have been nice if they would have patched it, and they would have had some of these fixes in place earlier. And as I run into these guys, I'll point them out. Yes, this narration is done way after. Not way after, just, I played this a few hours ago. And we've activated 5 aliens. So 3 out there, 2 up front. So my initial reaction is that I need to whittle these guys down as quickly as possible. And I need to see who has moved and who has not. And they have both already moved. So they are done. And we got the meld. But we need to get these guys out of harm's way somehow. So, unfortunately, Chatterjee is right in the middle of the diner here, and with one move, we can move her out and around the corner. We can move her up into full cover right there, which is not bad for the outside, or we can move her into full cover in front of the other vending machine, which is also full cover, but they're probably going to be able to see her.
That's affirmative.
And yeah, she can see them, so they can see her. Not a great position to be in for these guys. Just to put them on Overwatch, let's just move them up.
Heading to that location.
So we move these guys up here. And we're just going to Overwatch these 2. And hopefully our one exposed guy doesn't take a hit. Here we go. And then we get 1 reaction shot there. Very nice. 3 points of damage. Okay, so the guy in the back is boosting him, and he's going to shoot, and it's a miss, thank goodness. Now we have 4 inside. Now, I didn't realize what this is. Apparently that is, I can hear the meld. I know which direction the meld is. So that's the yellow. Now, if you notice, on the left. You see how this purple, the purple mental thing is a little more foggy, a little less obvious when they're not on the map. So I'm looking to see where Chatterjee can throw her grenade. And we would definitely kill the one guy in the middle. But we got the two at the back. We want to kill that main guy at the back also. So I consider sending her around the side. And I think that's a really good move. She will be in full cover. She can open the door and get that grenade out there. So let's see from here where she can throw her grenade. That's the guy we want to hit. And Chatterjee cannot get that far with that grenade. Maybe it's the angle, maybe it's the position. Now she can, of course. Or is it, of course? Yep, she can do that. Whoops. Let's be careful. Okay, throw it right there. So we're going to go ahead and throw it. Okay, now we need these other guys to come up with their grenades. And the reason we're concentrating on the grenades, of course, is that they're rookies. Now, I can send Chatterjee up. I'm worried about any of them being on Overwatch. Looks like it's okay, and we do have the other meld canister now. We can see it. So we're going to throw the grenade right there. That'll take out two. The alien was exposed. We could have tried to shoot him, but the grenade is guaranteed, and we're facing 5 aliens. So we want to be careful. That guy is way over there. So we really are not going to be able to take out the guy that's boosting. And I want to move these guys up as much as possible so they can throw their grenades, but I don't want them to be, you know, flanked into oblivion. And so I'm going to test and see how far the grenade will go. So it'll go that far, which looks to be that far. If I move, full move, to the inside or outside of that table, should be able to pitch the grenade that far. So we move to the inside of the table right there. It's a bad flanking. You know, we're going to get the... they're going to get an aim bonus to shoot him. You know, she will be in cover. But if she gets the grenade out there, and if we can eliminate them, then the risk is minimized. Because with that grenade, and then if we can get another grenade on the subject, we just have one alien to confront. Romanos, let's have him move there into full cover and see if he can get the grenade. Oh, I was going to have him fire, but he can't actually see him. So he has to throw the grenade anyway. So that will be 4 grenades. Basically eliminating 4 aliens. So this is the only guy left that's activated. And he goes around there, and then he decides to sprint up. So that's a bad decision. If he'd have moved forward now, how these guys got activated on the roof, I'm not quite sure. I don't know who saw them. We definitely have our guy at the back door having an issue. So now at this point, I'm like, okay, we're surrounded and we have no grenades. So we're about to start losing people. This is not good. We need to eliminate this guy right here so that we can turn our attention to the other 3. And unfortunately, putting ourselves behind that phone booth is a dash. So anywhere we move is going to pretty much be half cover, but we don't want to be flanked and shot from behind. And I'm hoping those guys stay in the backyard of this restaurant out here for like one turn, long enough for us to shoot this other guy. So then the question is, if I move, let's see who can move there. Alright, if I move her, I can move her back behind, move her up over here to attack. You know, all sorts of things we could do. And that's a dash, so I can move right there. And that would definitely flank him. I can't get there without dashing. Question is, if I move there, can I see him? So let's just go there and see if we can, and we can. 75% to hit, great. Let's go ahead and take him out. Miss.
Damn it.
And that would be a dash. That would be in the open, that would be in the open. We have full cover from that wall, but if anybody comes through the back door, they would be able to flank her. But we've got to take this guy out.
Headed there now.
Now if I move there, can I see? No, I cannot. Alright, so I've basically decided to go ahead and not do that. We're going to come back over here, put them in full cover. And as far as Kyra Dali, going to get her completely as far away as she could possibly get. And hope this guy on the left over here doesn't come up and flank her. So she needs to get as far away from him as possible. And finally, after much debate, it's either those two positions or that one. So I decide on that one since it's farther back and away from both doors.
Got it covered.
And we're just going to overwatch. Sure, the guy on the left, he can see one of us. And he's got a pretty good angle, too. So let's see what they do. Coming up through the back door. Now, 2 points of damage from the rifle. You know, it's not damage roulette where it's doing 1 point of damage, but I've seen this quite a bit. It's going to do 2 points of damage. And, you know, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but that does not seem to be... To me, it seemed like it was doing 3 to 5. You know, if it reports it does an average of 4, sometimes it'll do 5, sometimes it'll do 3. Or maybe it says it'll do up to 4. Maybe that's what it is. It does up to 4, but that means it can do 2 or 3 or 4. At least it's not doing 1. So we're going to move up here, half cover, and just take him out. Now notice it reports the damage, and then he dies, which kind of freaks me out. It didn't used to do that. I'm like, did we not kill him? No, that's good enough. So they changed that around a little bit. Now these guys, the guy at the back, he's being boosted from outside. But we still have the guy up front with 2 hit points. Okay, we're going to open the door. Now, look at the hit points as they're flashing. That means it does up to 4, so it's 5. You'll reduce them to 1, 2. You'll take out all 2. So that's a new thing, where it's flashing the damage to show you what you could do if you were to hit, but of course in this case it's a miss.
That is not good.
Alright, we have no grenades. Now, Giannis is out in the open completely. So, you know, it's either move up into half cover and take a pot shot into somebody else in cover, or, so that's full. Or make a dash over there to put yourself in a better position for next turn. And I'm going to do more dashing. I'm going to do more aggressive movements to get myself into better position faster. It does increase the danger, but with the meld, you know, being an issue, we're going to have to start going in that direction. Be a little bit less cautious than I have been in the past. Now, whether that comes back to bite me completely or not, we'll have to see.
Roger,
I'm
Dodger.
going to pull her all the way around the corner into full cover back over there. There, and a shot and a miss. Now, with the amount they're missing, I'm encouraged that maybe they made impossible difficulty a little less impossible. I don't know. I don't know, or if I'm just getting a little lucky here. So he is down around the corner in full cover, and Kaylee is out here in half cover with a 33% chance to hit. So that is terrible. There's a pipe right here. She could go up on the roof and try to do something fancy with the roof. There's really no full cover to be had right there. Or I could move her out of danger and toward the meld. So that's what I'm leaning toward doing. Now, the guy in the back here has a really good chance of being on Overwatch. He's not boosting the guy inside.
Hauling ass.
So I'm going to have a dash back over here just to see if I can see him. And he cannot see him. So 30% chance to hit is terrible right there. And I'm pretty sure there's the guy back over here. And for some reason I can't move into that square. I don't know exactly why. Maybe because it's on fire. But I'm really worried about taking an Overwatch shot, but I go ahead and move anyway. And sure enough, here comes the Overwatch shot.
That was close.
And it's a miss. And so yes, there are two guys back here. She can see one of them. 50-50 chance to hit. 49%. And it is a miss.
No way that just happened.
So that is not good. She is right there. So she needs somebody to back her up. And if I move Hasim in, I don't know if she could see. The guy there. She could easily be flanked if I move,
Heading to that location.
you know, for some different cover. So I'm going to put her in the corner. She can see him. It's 30%. I'm going to go ahead and take the pot shot. And of course it's a miss.
That is not good.
I still have to decide what to do with Chatterjee. So far we've moved and we've shot and we haven't done anything. So I'm going to move her completely out of danger. Right, and the other guy dashed. Alright, now he's boosting him. So we kill one, we take out both. And he moved in that direction on Overwatch to allow for Kaylee. Oh! And now we get shot.
What's happening?
And they do 2 points of damage as well, so that's good. At least we're not being one-shotted yet. Alright, so there's some panic going on there. Now here's the situation. Kyra Dowley cannot see the alien doing the boosting. We know that the other one's on Overwatch. Now he, if I can get him to move out, she won't have to move out and expose herself. I get him to move out and up to flank, or that should be a flank. And hopefully he can take them out and that'll take out both of them, even though he's completely exposed. He can see one. It is not a flank, but look at the percentage, 63%. That's a great chance to hit, even though it didn't count as a flank, and I think it should have. Maybe because he didn't have anything to lean around to get the flank. Because of where he's standing one square in. 59%.
On the move.
To save his life, we're going to take a chance on getting an Overwatch shot against us again. That is a calculated risk. I knew that was going to happen. Decided to take the risk anyway. Sure enough, there he is. He has 1 hit point. Gotta be careful. Don't accidentally reload. Cancel. Okay. Pistol. Pistol. 79. Take him out. A hit. And that takes out those two. So we know we have one more in there. There's 4 turns left on this meld canister. I'm going to go ahead and have Kaylee get it.
Got it.
So now we've collected both. Nobody's dead. But we got this one guy, you know, and our guy at the back is panicked and couldn't move. And so sure enough, he's going to take another shot at him, and that is it. Okay, he's down. He's going to bleed out in 3 turns. We've got 3 turns to kill this guy and hope that he's the last one.
Heading there now.
So we're going to move up to the corner, which is a flank. Hopefully we can do 4 points of damage. 84% to hit. And it's 3. She can't get there from here. It's a solid wall. Our only chance is Giannis. Now, she's in full cover back over there. We have 3 turns. We don't have to go crazy. I'm going to put him in full cover back here. And he only has 1 hit point. Let's try and pistol 30%. Just take the shot, see if we can get it.
Target's still up.
Nothing doing. Okay, now Chatterjee. Now the choice here, do I move up this far? If the alien retreats, he could flank her very easily and kill her. So, realizing that, it's either run around the back alley or just move like right up there and Overwatch into full cover. So that's what we're going to do. Just in case he comes that way, she can Overwatch. Okay, he does move. And he does hit her, 2 points of damage. So at least we're not being one-shotted. It looks to me like they made the damage a little bit more random. Not damage roulette random, but I don't know, pretty random. 3 with the critical, and we needed the 1.
If I may, Commander, the labs are on high alert. Teams are standing by for your orders. We can begin researching the newly recovered artifacts immediately.
We only needed the 1. Now we recovered both canisters. Nobody died. Our guy was bleeding out, but we ended it just in time. So that's awesome. And here we are back at base.
Welcome to XCOM HQ, Commander. I'm Central Officer Bradford. My role in this project is twofold: providing tactical support for our field operations, and keeping you briefed on the current situation. My efforts should allow you to focus on the bigger issues at hand. Speaking of which, we have a soldier waiting for a promotion in the barracks. I'll let you get to it.
Now that's a pretty cool sequence, pulling back like that. Now, is it that cold? I know we're underground, but do we keep it that cold in there that he's got to wear a sweater? Anyway, here we are, 8 days and 10 days out in the infirmary, and we have 1 of each, so this hasn't changed. I know they've changed around some of the abilities. They haven't actually, well, I don't think they've changed them. I think they've just changed what they do a little bit, so we'll see that as we go. But so far these basic ones are the same, including the headshot.
The recovered artifacts are being unloaded, and the research team is waiting your orders. We'll get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
Now you notice we have this new meld recombination that we can research. We have 20 meld that we recovered, and so we're going to have to look into that next time. And so that is the first mission. It's very exciting. We're about to get into all this new stuff, and so I hope you'll join me for mission number 2. Until then, stay safe.